Visit the Japanese internment camps and see what that was about. Do you think they still have those up, or it's just?
Did you know that we were recording? Because
You got me this time.
No, I mean I told you we were going to record, and then you decided to talk about Japan, which I would like to go to Japan. Do you think they still have internment camps? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Oh, by the way, everybody, this is just a chat, and I guess it's just a chat about internment camps so far. But thanks for tuning in.
We're not going to talk about the other part of that thing. We're just going to talk about what happened inside the greatest country on earth,
which is America.
Yeah, okay. America.
It's America.
Yeah.
We have decided here on this podcast that America is the greatest country on earth.
Yeah, but China is number one.
China number one, but America greatest.
Yeah.
Greatest at what?
Being the underdog.
You think America's the underdog?
Always been.
Huh. We're like one of the youngest, right?
Yeah.
Countries?
One of.
I don't know if we're the underdog. I feel like that's not the right term.
I feel like we're the
bad dog. We're the dog. We're the dog that you got as a puppy, and you're like, oh, this is cool as fuck. I like this dog. It's nice. It has a lot of energy. There's a lot of spirit in this dog.
A lot of spunk. A lot of spitfire. You know?
Yeah, this was a hot spitfire. And then it grew up, and you're like, oh, this dog hurts when it bites me. Like at first we were playing around, and it was fun, and it nibbled on me, and I was like, it's not okay.
It's just a little bit of oil.
Yeah, it's a little bit of oil. I don't know why there's oil in there, but it's a dog. But it stings when it bites, but it's not a problem. It's a little baby, and then it grows up, and then now you're like, oh, it's drawing blood, and it seems to like it, and I don't know if I can have that around my kids or my neighbors because it barks at everything that isn't familiar.
I'm too afraid to put it down. Actually, I tried to put it down several times, but
it just snatched the gun out of my hand, and now it has all the guns in my house. It's buried them in the yard, and I don't know where they are. And I'm honestly afraid of my life.
The dog is always preparing for something that might never come.
The dog has like a bandana around its forehead, and it has like war paint under its eyes, and it's always cracking its knuckles, just waiting for something to go down. But it's real peaceful during like a few hours of the day. Like when it's sleeping, you're like, I remember why I got the dog. It's a cute dog. And then when it wakes up, you're like, why do I still have this dog? This dog needs to relax. It's too angry all the time. It has fleas.
Keeps on jumping all over the place.
It keeps bringing dead cats to my door like I asked it to.
It keeps on asking for more freedom.
Yeah.
I cheat,
But in order for it to have more freedom, it takes more freedom away from me.
Yeah.
Like it wants more space in my house, so that means it pushes me to further corners of my own house. So now I live in the attic, and it lives in the first 3 floors of my home, plus the yard.
I could just hear that dog just running down the hardwood floors, just like, But
it's also singing too.
Yeah. It's always singing.
Yeah.
It never you probably thought it was a cartoon singing dog when you first got it. Now shit's just annoying.
Yeah.
And it's singing angrily.
It's always taking victory laps.
Yeah.
Even though it hasn't won anything yet.
It's very good at sports, the Olympics and stuff like that.
It is.
The doggy Olympics.
Honestly, I think that's how wars should be fought. I don't think we should have guns and missiles and all that stuff.
Even though they're cool.
Yeah, they are cool, but I'm saying I don't think we should have them for war purposes.
Yeah.
We should have them for whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm not talking about guns. But what I am talking about is we shouldn't be killing strangers over something that other strangers have decided is important, So instead, why don't we have competitions in every aspect? Like the Olympics, so that's all the athletic, and then every sport has so if I wanted to, if one country wanted to go to war with another one, you would enter a competition where you would pick your top person and your top teams to fight them in every competition. You got a chess, you got a quiz bowl, you got a eating contest, you got swimming, everything, space. There's a math test you got to take. So you pick your top person in each category, and then you go at it, and whoever wins the most things won the war.
I like the guns though.
Yeah, but then people die a lot.
Yeah, but that means less people.
Yeah, but then people die a lot.
Yeah, but that means more funerals.
But also people die a lot.
But
what about the kids, man? Think of the children.
They get to die too.
Okay. I don't like when you whisper on this podcast because I don't know if the phone or whatever we're using to record hears you.
I really don't want them to hear it sometimes because sometimes I say some pretty dark mess.
That's true, but also this is an audio-only podcast as of now.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, my name's Jacob Bellucci. It's spelled JCB. What's your name?
My name is Tom, and it's only Tom. If you call my name, I will probably respond.
That's good. So let him know, and we will respond to you if you hit up our our Gmail.
Yeah.
Which is just a chat pod at gmail.com, and it's too long of a name.
But that's just to filter out the people that don't really want to type it.
That's true. You got to put those fingers to work because we're putting our asses to work for you.
Yeah. You think it's easy? It is not easy.
Sometimes it's easy.
Well,
when I just lay there and take it, it's not that hard. But when I got to start doing the work too in the bedroom, like then,
yeah.
Like I shouldn't be the only one who's getting sweaty. You know what I mean? This should be a group effort.
Oh, BT Dubs.
Don't say BT Dubs.
Okay, my bad. BBWs.
Better.
Okay.
Yeah.
By which way?
Okay.
There we go. I knew I could do something.
That's
with
BWW, but that's fine. That's okay.
Wait,
we're not here to keep track of letters.
Hold on.
Just say the point you were trying to make.
Oh, if you're the heavier person in the sexual encounter, you need to be on the bottom. Unless the person lighter than you is extremely in shape and can handle it.
Or likes it when the heavier person's on top.
Yeah. Just, it's common sense.
I feel like in specifically the 69,
yes,
the heavier person should be on the bottom. Only because if they fall asleep or pass out, you don't want to
die like that.
Yeah, you're just going to have another person's genitals in your mouth. And then you're just kind of stuck there until they wake up.
Yeah.
Or they don't.
Yeah.
And also, no one wants to be found that way.
Yeah.
With someone's genitals in your mouth.
Yeah, and you try to call, you was close enough to grab your phone, but you weren't able because it's so like it's.
They can't hear you through the muffled sound of you speaking through their crotch and thighs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, and then the cops show up and they're like, "Oh my God, there's a dead body."
That's never a sweet way to find somebody. Like, no matter how much you love the person who died on top of you and then also kills you, it doesn't matter like how beautiful your relationship is because you're dying with genitals in your mouth. So that immediately just makes it like, these are disgusting. These are terrible people. Which is, why is it like that? Because you could be romantic and just good community members. Yeah. But if you're dead with genitals in your mouth, it just ruins your whole life.
You're just like, he's gross. He's like everybody else.
Right. He's got genitals in his mouth.
Everybody's doing that nowadays. He ain't different. Just some guy named Steve.
I'd like to die like Steve. I like to die inside of Steve. Would you want to die while having sex?
The more I think about it, the more I do not.
I feel like that would really freak out the other person.
Yeah.
I feel like that might ruin sex for the other person. Would that ruin sex for you? If you were having sex with a person and they died?
The biggest problem with me, should I stop?
That's a hard question to ask, and I say, how long have you known that they're dead?
Ooh.
Because there's two things to that,
yeah.
Right? One, that makes you a selfish lover if you don't realize that the person you're having sex with has stopped moving.
Just died.
And has died. And is no longer breathing or responding. And then number two, maybe you're just really good at sex.
Yeah.
You're just in the moment, like you're like, they pass out every now and then.
Yeah.
That's how good I am.
It's just like, it's a normal thing. It's like a daily.
Yeah. My dick does put people to sleep, but for the other reason. Not because it's so good, but I lace it with NyQuil.
That's good. How do you not fall asleep from it?
Because I take DayQuil beforehand.
Very responsive.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Someone's probably
aroused. Someone's probably aroused by my story.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this much though. I don't have a big penis, but it is dense. Okay? I have an 8-inch penis, but it's compacted into about 2 or 3 inches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's all it takes.
So it's as heavy as a. That's extremely dense right there.
It's extremely dense.
So when he goes for the hip thrust, it's like a bullet.
Oh yeah, a little bit. It's like if you were gonna, you know, when Thor spins his hammer,
Yeah.
and then throws it, he can fly with it.
Yeah.
If I spin my dick, I could fly with it, because it's so dense and heavy that it's the momentum. So when I hip thrust, I move. My whole body moves with me.
It's
I
like
scoot forward.
Yeah, it's like you're doing a little jump. Like the danger of her hitting the headboard is that real.
The danger of my head hitting the headboard,
yeah.
as in
just
the
going
tip of
through
my dick.
Yeah, going through her. Yeah.
I could do some drywalling with my penis if I needed to.
If
there wasn't a sledgehammer and I needed to make a tiny hole, I could do it with my penis.
She's gonna go down there, or he. It's gonna go down, or Punchapi. It's gonna go down there.
Well, I'm the only Punchapi.
Oh, my bad.
That's my pronoun.
Okay. We'll go down there and then like, oh, look at this thing, and start trying to like hit it in like a cat or something like that, and then
Okay.
People, please don't do that. This is never fun.
I mean, unless you're into that, I don't. What's
What?
wrong? What's wrong with
the
what's
cat
wrong with that?
paws?
Yeah, acting like it's a ball of yarn and just getting at that crotch, you know.
All right, and then you just, and then you just, they're gonna go in there, and then you're gonna like swing at them.
Why would I do that though? Why would I swing at someone paying attention to my genitals?
How aggressive of your sex are you having?
I think it really depends on the person I'm with.
So it's gonna be aggressive as hell. So you swing your dick.
I mean, if the situation feels like it calls for it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not just gonna open up with a stranger dick swinging. I will let
helicopter it.
I let them know before I take my pants off. I'm like, okay, number one, I'm uncircumcised. Number two, my dick is as heavy as a 10-pound weight, but it's the size of a walnut. Okay. And here's another thing, my testicles. You know, people call them nuts.
Yeah.
Okay, mine are more like almonds. Okay, because they're triangular.
All right.
Okay, so my dick is not a triangle, but my testicles are.
Okay.
Okay. So that's just what people need to know.
It's right off the back.
Right. My dick is densely packed with nutrients, like almonds.
Like almonds.
I have very
nutrient rich.
Right.
Full of minerals, vitamins.
Like if you were going on
sunlight.
If you're going on a hiking trail, you would want to pack my genitals.
That's the best trail mix there is.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. So, what have you been up to today? Now that we got that out of the way. That's my introduction from now on. However long that took is what I got to say every time when the podcast starts.
About your penis?
I say my name. Hi, I'm Jacob Bellucci, spelled JCB. Welcome to Just the Chat. I give him the Gmail, and then I talk about my penis.
We're just going to make the intro slowly get longer and longer.
To where the podcast is just the intro.
And they already know it. They're going to have it memorized by that point.
It's okay.
And they're going to be saying it all together. And then we'll all be in unison one day and just be like, this is just a chat.
And just talking about my penis.
Yeah. And they'll finally know how to put the shopping carts up. That's aside. That's usually at the end of the show.
It's okay. I mean, we can say it at any time because it's always an issue.
Yeah. Not enough guys wear pink shirts. Even though it's the easy color to wear.
Is it?
Yeah. You don't wear pink.
I don't own anything that's pink. And that's not because I chose not to. I just, I don't think I look good in pink.
Have you ever worn a pink shirt?
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had the opportunity to even have pink on me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Your parents might think you're automatically a different sexual orientation if you wear something.
Which is weird, right?
Yeah.
Because that would make sense if that's how that worked. Like if we lived in a world where...
Like the 1980s?
I mean, was that how that was?
I don't know.
I'm asking. I don't know.
I hear the horror stories from the gays.
Okay. How many gays do you hang out with?
No.
I like how you said the gays.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, wait. Actually, no, like 4. Wow. 5. Wow. Okay.
Well, don't sound so impressed.
Well, I am impressed.
Because that makes it sound that you're like, I met 5 aliens. Like, that's cool. There's a lot of gay people.
It's not as cool as aliens.
They're just people, bro.
I know, they're not aliens. Why would you even refer to them
Because
as
that's
aliens?
what you made it sound like.
Yeah, I make things sound horrible all the time. Doesn't mean I mean it.
And I'm pointing it out and I'm saying you're a bad person and I'm better than you and my dick is very heavy and dense with nutrients. And that's all I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Alright. I forgot what we were even talking about.
Why can't we use more trees? We could just use, like, trees grow, right?
Yeah, they do grow if you let them.
Why don't we have more trees?
Because people like to cut them down and they take a really long time to grow.
Yeah, but, like, we could have spaced them out. Like, the amount of trees that we cut down, we could have spaced them out, made all of nature so conveniently shaped around us.
But people like parking lots and then people like paper and stuff like that. You know what I think? I think, because here's the thing, people are not going to stop littering.
We're not going to do that.
People aren't going to learn to stop littering. So instead of trying to get people to not litter, which by the way, don't litter, but people are gonna.
Yeah.
So instead of trying to get them to stop, how about we just teach the animals to use our litter creatively? You know what I mean? Because if you throw away a cardboard box outside of your house, that's a piece of shit move.
Yeah.
But if you teach a bird to use it as a nest, that bird now lives like a king.
Yeah.
Because cardboard is much better of a building material than like sticks. Or maybe it isn't, and I don't know. I'm not a contractor, officially.
Yeah. I mean, plastic would probably make a better nest.
There you go. It'll
It's
last.
very sturdy. It'll last. It
You
doesn't
put
regret-
They could put some glass. They could get pieces of broken bottles and have windows in their house.
Yeah.
What bird has a window in their house? No birds.
Birds and birdhouses, assholes.
Yeah?
They're the rich pricks, you know?
You think so?
Yeah. They're like,
Even though they just kind of found it?
yeah, they're just like, oh, shit, yeah. And then, like, another bird's like, yo, bro, can I move in? They're like, fuck, no.
Yeah. They're too small.
Yeah.
Birdhouses, they're too small to have more than just one bird family in there.
I don't know why they make them so small.
Yeah, come on, people. Build bigger birdhouses. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, no, for real. For real, though.
That's a real problem.
That's
That's a problem we need to stop.
that's a simple problem. That's something that anyone could think of. Like, bro, just build a bigger birdhouse.
You know what it is? It's just plain selfish. They're building the birdhouse for them.
Yeah,
not
just
for the birds.
fucking fun.
They're just doing it to be like, oh, I made birdhouse.
They could obviously they make birdhouses like, you know, a ruler long, a ruler tall, 12 inches by 12
You could have
inches,
just said 12 inches. I
Or
don't
a
like that
foot.
you said a ruler long.
or a foot long by a foot long.
That you sound like an alien when you said that. It could be a ruler long.
Maybe I am.
Okay, well that's fair.
Anyways, it's just upsetting how small it is. And
Yeah.
then they always have the roof pointed. I mean, come on, you could do a dome. You could get real abstract.
I'm sure there are, and you know what though? The problem is the people who get too into it piss me off at the same time. Cause it's like relax. Cause again, you're being selfish. That's the problem here. You're doing it for you, not for the birds.
Is anyone building birdhouses just for the birds?
I
Please
don't know.
contact us.
Yeah, let us know. Cause there, I'm pretty sure if you go online and you look up like crazy birdhouses, there are people who have spent lots of time and money building birdhouses, and
For
they make it.
macaws and crazy birds like that, or vultures.
Oh, sure. I mean, that would be cool. I'd like to see that, like an owl birdhouse.
Yeah.
Dude, owls, by the way, are demons. Okay, and I love owls. They're like my favorite. They're my favorite flying creature, and I love all animals, but owls eat human souls, and I'll say that on record.
They will eat humans too if you die. They're carnivores.
Have
bro.
you looked at their eyes?
Yeah.
They're gates to hell.
Beautiful gates.
They are. They're like, I could stare at owls all day, but I'm saying they're horrifying creatures. They're silent.
Yes.
Their wings are silent. Okay? Their claws, I don't know how big they are, but they're too big.
They're big enough to hurt.
Yeah. And then they're mostly feathers and fur.
Yeah.
So
all
they're
muscle.
even lying to you.
Yeah.
They look cuddly and approachable, and they're evil.
Very evil.
And it's all in the eyes. Dude, they have eyebrows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To just really express how the disdain they have for the world and humanity.
Like, how dare you look at me? I'm going to turn away. All the way around.
All the way around. Until I'm looking at you
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
But I love owls. I'm getting a phone call. And I kind of can't answer that at the moment because I think it ends the recordings. So that's kind of unprofessional, but I am going to have to decline with a letter. No, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and decline the call in general. Sorry about that. And that was a family member. And that's how much you folks mean to me. You creeps, you eavesdroppers. I don't know what the name is for you people yet, but...
Can we just call you people?
You people?
Yeah. No one's like, everyone's like, what do you mean by the you people? And then they can finally have a name.
They have a name, which is still you people.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let us know in the chat, in the comments, or in our email.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys would be preferred to be called. The audience of just the chat.
Yeah.
Because that's all this is. That's all this podcast is. It's just a chat. It's not even really a podcast.
We're not going to call you any racial slurs, though.
Not to your face.
Yeah, but yeah, we want to make shirts with racial slurs, even though it'd be kind of...
I'd make socks or underwear with it. Because the only person that's going to see that is kind of someone that you want to see it.
Yeah. If you have Confederate flag underwear, that's your business.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying that's their business.
Why wouldn't it be okay?
Because...
It's pride, not prejudice. Or what is the thing they say?
Because red underwear doesn't need to be a thing. What if you're bleeding?
It's heritage, not hate. We just like to remember a simpler time when one type of people owned another type of people. There's nothing hateful about that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Red underwear, you bleed.
Uh-huh.
Out your butthole.
Right, you bleed American red.
You'll never know if you're bleeding or not.
You will. You'll feel the blood come out of your body.
Have you ever felt blood come out of your butthole?
Every day.
You need to stop with the...
Hey, look, man, the way I live my life is the way I live my life.
But that's not how you eat burritos.
That's how I do it.
Okay. And that, I mean, I know you get drunker that way, but stop.
Well, people say, like, you don't really have to microwave them if you put them in your ass first. Because they, by the time they hit your intestines, they're warm. They're warmed up.
90 above 90 degrees.
Above 90 degrees. I run at a strong 106 on a normal day. My asshole, though, specifically 20 degrees hotter.
140.
No, it'd be 120. But that, yeah, whatever. It could be. I don't have a thermometer in there at the moment. It could be 140. It's pretty. It feels it's like getting warmer in the car.
It feels 140.
That's why it gets so hot in this car.
Oh.
It's because my asshole just kind of opens up a little bit.
Like a beautiful flower.
Yeah, and it lets the heat out.
That's amazing.
It's volcanic.
Oh.
I've got a volcanic anus.
Like Krakatoa.
I got a volcanus.
Oh. That's a new sex problem.
Volcanus?
Yeah.
That's when you shit blood and it burns.
Yeah. During sex.
During sex. It has to be specifically during sex? Can you get gonorrhea in your asshole? We need a doctor on this podcast. You're a scientist, but that's not the same thing.
Yeah, I'm not a doctor. Doctors are great liars. Scientists are good liars, but not great liars.
I have,
like Judy. Like, they'll be like, hey, Judy, you might need to lose weight. You could eat her salad or something.
Is that a doctor?
That's what a doctor would say.
I think they would just be like, you're morbidly obese, you got a problem. That's what just strangers tell me.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll just be checking out in line, like at a grocery store or something, and they're like, hey, you're really fat, you got to stop. And I'm like, I just need to buy sandals.
Why don't more people do that?
Tell people that they're fat?
No, just like walk up to them and like, I see your problem, you're smoking, you need to stop. And walk away.
Like if you hear them cough in line and you see that they're buying cigarettes, you should be like, don't. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
But then they're just going to be like, why don't you mind your own fucking business?
Why don't...
And they have a fair point.
Yeah, but at the same time, why wouldn't you care about the person right next to you?
But why do you care about the person next to you? Isn't that weird, though?
Yeah.
That is the question, is like, why do you care?
I guess that's the whole fight between, America right now. It's like, we want to be free, but we care about the person right next to us. At the same time, the person right next to us doesn't want us to care.
But it's weird to think that a stranger cares about you. But why is that weird? Why is that not the normal thing?
I don't know. I feel like since we're like, you should care about things in general.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't.
Because we're all about to die, and that's scary.
I feel like if you care, the type of people who care too much about stuff are the type of people who go online and then are like, I'm gonna boycott this company because one of the employees had a shirt on that had a cross on it, and I don't agree. why do you give a fuck? Why do you care? First of all, it's not even the company's issue.
Yeah.
And then second of all, they're making lattes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not subscribing you to a religion. They're giving you chicken sandwiches. You don't have to fucking go pray to their Lord to order a chicken sandwich. Just order the thing if you want the thing and then leave and then go do your own thing. What does it matter?
Because it bothers that person.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So if you care, then you got to go out and complain about shit that kind of doesn't matter to anybody but you.
Yeah.
And then all the other people who like to get mad at things for no reason are going to be like, yeah, I don't like seeing that.
I love getting mad at things for no reason.
Oh, dude, I do that all the time. But I don't want to go online and do it.
Yeah.
But also, I'm an old man, and I don't go online to do anything.
What's the Snapchats and the Facebooks and all these multimedias?
I don't know. Are you having a stroke? I don't know what you said.
That's what all old timers sound like.
Oh my god. I don't want to be old.
No, old timers. Old
Oh.
people could sound like, they could be like, hey kids, you want to do cocaine?
I do want to do cocaine. I am afraid of being old, though. And the reason...
There's no reason to be afraid. It doesn't last that long.
Oh, well, that's horrible. No, I'm afraid of being an old person who can't move.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, you always hear people are like, oh, my back.
Yeah.
And they just stood up and they didn't do anything. And the problem with that is I already feel that way. I already have back problems and knee problems.
Yoga.
I don't. And I should, but I don't.
Yeah. People that need to do yoga the most never do.
They never do. Do it. I need someone to do it with me.
I'm not that type of person. I got to be in private. Like, my junk just goes everywhere. Either I'm wearing tights while I'm doing it or not.
Yeah. I feel like right now, I feel like I want people to do it with me, and then as soon as I go to some place where people are doing it with me, I'm going to immediately be like, I wish I was alone.
Yeah.
This is bullshit. I smell everybody, and I hate it. And that's the number one thing, is I don't want to smell people.
Yeah, you don't want to smell or smell people. It goes both ways, man.
Obviously, I don't want to be like a nuisance with my body.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, we watched a movie in a theater, and it was a huge movie, and it was a great movie, and I really liked it. And we went to this fancy theater to watch it, and I have no complaints about the movie, but the person next to me...
And there was a seat between you, too, because I made sure...
There was a seat between me and the person next to me. Well, because we had planned to go with 3 people, but me and you showed up.
Yeah.
So there was a seat open. And the theater that we went to was a fancy one, so it had, like, leather recliners as chairs.
Yeah. Enough space, you know?
Right. And we all had our own room or whatever. But since the chairs were so comfortable, you felt like you were at your house. And this person took their shoes off. So for the 3-hour-long movie, I smelled their fucking feet for about 2 hours and 50 minutes. And that was an issue. That was a big problem, man. And they were probably 14 or something. So I wasn't going to be like, hey, put your fucking shoes on. What's your problem?
Yeah.
And also, I don't want to talk during such an important movie. But how do you not know not to do that?
I don't know, man.
Because I had that thought in my brain when I sat down. I was like, oh, this chair is really comfortable. I can recline in it. And I'm like, man, I want to get comfortable and take my shoes off. I'm pretty much at home. And as soon as I thought that, I'm like, no, I'm not at home. I'm in public. And I don't want to be a fucking asshole to everybody.
Yeah.
And that person, did you have that thought whenever you sat down? Were you like, I might want to take my shoes off?
Nah.
No, it didn't happen?
My feet were comfortable in my shoes. I always try to buy things I could sit in.
Yeah.
Because you never know if you're going to sit or stand for a long time. Just in case, the world goes crazy and you gotta never take your shoes off ever again because you never know when you gotta run.
Right, because there's always broken glass on the ground.
Yeah. It's always down. I can't say the last name because,
Copyright.
Yeah. Was it because I was sneezing?
I mean, the people who... How are you going to take your shoes off in public? Anybody. Also, sandals. Put shoes on.
Like, teachers, instead of teaching kids all these liberal things, teach them how to be decent people,
Why is that not a class, honestly? Why is it not a class to just be being human?
Because schools are raising you to work in a factory, man.
Okay, but you got to be human anyway. No matter what job or not job you have, you should learn how to be a person.
Yeah. And not, it shouldn't be like home ec. It should just be like, hey, when you see people in public, please just don't punch them randomly. There's no need for that.
Yeah, like stuff that should not
It
have to
need to
be
be,
said.
it had to be said, but we're
The
gonna
first
say it
day
anyways.
on the first day of class, and every day after that, they tell you put up your carts,
Yeah.
use your blinkers, don't take your shoes off.
Don't randomly stab people. Don't commit crime.
Why is all of yours violent? Mine is like
I feel like
courtesy.
I feel like some people just don't know. Like, hey, oh, maybe I shouldn't do.
I feel like you can see that by not, like you just see, you can observe like, oh hey, no one's stabbing anybody here. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe this isn't the place.
Yeah.
But there's places where it's okay to stab people. You know
That's the problem.
So, but there's no place where it's okay to leave your cart in the road.
Yeah,
There's no place where it's okay not to use your blinkers when you're
I
driving.
guess you're right with that one too.
And
I
to
like
take your
how you
shoes off, I mean, the beach, you could do that. That's fine.
Walmart.
No.
Okay.
Stores, no. Like public I'm trying to think of public. Anywhere private, do whatever you want to do. But dude, I don't know what it is about sandals, but they're bothering me now. You're showing me too much of your foot. I shouldn't see your feet, man. That's damn near nudity to me. If nipples are an issue, toes are a fucking issue. What about the people with foot fetishes?
There's a lot of people.
They're getting all hard, looking at your toes sticking out of your sandals.
They're like, hey, my eyes are up here. Like, I'm not staring at your breasts.
No, staring at them Twinkies down there. Oh, what a cool guy. Hey, that's also not allowed in my world. Loud vehicles, get the fuck out of here. It's hot in this car.
Yes.
And I'm yelling and I'm sorry and I'll tone it down. Let me turn the car on.
I'm okay with the heat this time. I don't know why.
When I start complaining, I get complaining. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we were just talking about how we like to complain about shit.
But it's stress relief. Like if we were girls, I would totally have the long nails.
Uh-huh.
With my nail file, just talking shit about Cheryl or Sheila, someone with an S, or Heather.
Yeah.
Fuck a bitch. I mean,
Heather for sure sounds like a bad person.
Just like and then like complaining about my manager and wherever the boyfriend is doing, because if I probably have, man, couldn't handle being by myself with a period. Need someone to yell at.
I mean, that really is a bad, like, I'm grateful that I'd never have to go through having periods or giving birth or being pregnant. Anything that biologically women kind of
have to deal
with. Yeah, I mean, could you imagine being like?
No, I can't imagine.
Like waking up and then be like throw up and then be like, oh, I think I have a child inside of me. I think when I had random sex last night, or even like planned sex with my boyfriend, but I didn't plan on having a kid, he put one inside of me, and now I have to deal with this.
It's not. It's like people treat sex and having children like a warning label that you just kind of ignore, like the expiration date on milk.
Yeah.
If you sniff it and it smells good, it's probably good, you know.
Because it's so worth it.
Yeah.
You know.
But at the same time, it's like it's not a joke. This will happen. And everybody's like, yeah. Shut the fuck up, warning label.
But also, you talk to people who like couples who try to have kids.
Yeah.
And then they tell you how hard it is, and it's really amazing. Like how things can just kind of happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you want to have the kid, you got to work to have the kid. And when you're not even thinking about kids, it just happens right away. I mean, is it because people who plan to have kids are usually like in their 30s and maybe not as fertile as people in their teens and 20s who are just fucking randomly?
Yeah, they probably should have had kids when like they was 14 or something.
That's the good old days.
Yeah, I hate to say that, but that's probably what their body was set up for.
I mean, biologically, I don't know if we should have kids at that age, but we can start.
Some people can. Not everybody's the same, bro.
I'm not saying I don't think we should, but I'm saying
I agree with that.
Physically, our biology is like, I mean, if you wanna, you can now.
Yeah, some people hit puberty way faster than others, and that's not a lie.
When did you hit puberty?
I think like freshman year or something like that. When did I first bust my nut? So, wouldn't you consider puberty starting for a guy?
I don't know. I haven't hit it yet, so I'm waiting.
You never nutted?
I haven't hit puberty. Is that how you know? Is that like when people crack the bottle on the ship and be like, It is a ship now.
Oh.
That's how you do it. You crack a nut on your chest and you're like, I'm a man.
It did hit my chest.
Okay. Well, there you go.
It almost hit me in my face though.
I don't know. I mean, usually the first sign of body hair, that's kind of that's a thing to where you're like, oh, I'm growing up. This is the start of puberty. What do you notice first? Because I feel like you got to know that the hair came out before you start coming.
Yeah.
Unless you're jerking off when you're 9 and you're like, I can't wait till something happens.
Yeah. No, I wasn't jerking off until like 13 or something like that because I always thought I was like, that's kind of weird.
It was kind of weird. It
still kind of is kind of weird.
It's very weird. I always think of it. I always like if I'm in the mood to do it, and then I'm like about to start doing it, then I try to it's not even like a thing I do on purpose, but like I think of like someone looking at me doing it, and I'm like, what a weird sight that would be to watch someone just yanking on themselves.
Yeah, we can't all be Louis C.K.
Okay, uncalled for.
I had to throw a jab. Come on, man.
It's even a bigger issue for me because my dick is so dense and heavy and
It's
just
like
thick,
a
but it's
fucking
also
workout.
very, very shaped just elegantly. Okay, so I'm tugging on it, but I got to be in squat position, or else it's a load on my back. You know what I mean, it's bad. So I'm in squat position, like I'm a Chinese gambler.
Yeah.
And I'm rolling the dice, ready, and I'm just always rolling the dice. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
I'm always like. You know, whatever they say, they're like, oh, I gotta win me a new house, and that's what I'm saying when I jerk off.
Oh, so you're full naked when you do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because the problem is I get sweaty, and I don't want to sweat in my clothes.
Yeah.
So I want to just be able to be sweaty and then go wash off in the shower and then be done. So I get in squat position and I tug my heavy cock, but it's not. And I feel like cock makes it sound big, and it's not big. It's very small, but it's dense.
Hey girl, you want to play with my small cock?
My small tiny penis.
Yeah, when you say tiny penis, more believable.
It's more believable, right?
But if you say my tiny cock,
cock is such the porn word. Penis is like penis, silly, and then dick is more of like an insult, like oh look at his dick, or like he
short
bought a
for
dick.
Richard.
Yeah, which by the way, no, shouldn't be. But cock is like if you're sexting somebody. I remember the first time. And kind of the only time I ever really sexted with anybody.
I've never done that still.
It's
weird.
It's weird, and that's why I never wanted to do it, but that's what she was into. And
pray for you, man.
And she was, by the way, I'm still a virgin.
Yeah.
We're talking about sex a lot, and it makes me sound like I'm out here being an expert, just tagging. But that doesn't happen. Anyways, yeah, so we were talking, and I couldn't think of any word, like I couldn't think of any word other than cock, because you try dick and penis and all that, and they just sound jokey. So the whole thing is just about cock, and you're just saying cock a lot, and then it just sounds dumb.
You say you're a virgin, but you have phone sex.
Over a text message. That's not really a...
That's 1-800 phone sex.
I did have to pay $4.99 to send them a paragraph talking about my cock and how dense it is.
You need to get that job, bro.
Of being a phone sex operator?
Yeah.
I looked into it, and I didn't realize...
Man, that dude's yelling full Italian hand.
Okay, racist. I didn't realize how
else would you describe this?
Well, why don't you describe it for the audience?
Okay, guys, you know when you say, it's a meatball, or something like that?
Pre-fisting position.
Okay, yeah. It's like all your fingertips are touching.
You bring all your fingertips together to meet your thumb.
And then you shake your hand up and down like it's saying yes.
Or like you're fisting.
Yeah, and every time you say a word or try to fluctuate your word, you go up. And every time you just like are in the rest position with your voice, you go down.
It's like you're trying to do shadow puppets and you're making a bird.
Yeah, you're making a bird. But this bird is like trying to do a couple sit-ups, you know? It's not trying to do the best sit-up, but it's just doing the crunch. Because, this bird's kind of heavy.
Birds are mostly neck. So it's just kind of bending his neck. It's getting that neck workout. Yeah. You got an egret. That's what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. This is just neck just from 2 inches to like a full, foot long.
You talking about, thickness?
Yeah, like a heron with a long neck. It just scrunches up when it's flying and then,
Oh, does it do that?
Yeah.
Oh, it does do that, huh?
Yeah.
Got to get aerodynamic. Huh. I never really thought about that.
It's funny, Bert.
You got to compact your neck. They also got to do that with their legs.
Yeah.
That's what I always wondered with their, like, would it be like we're squatting, like, or would it be like you're crisscrossing your legs? Like, how does it feel while they fly?
Is
they
it
gotta
a
tuck their legs
hassle
in?
to lift their legs like that?
I feel like it's uncomfortable.
That's probably why they don't fly forever.
Also, your arms got to get tired. Dude, not having hands is worth not having wings, in my opinion. Or, I mean, having hands is worth not having wings. I wouldn't trade my hands to have wings.
Especially when we have planes now.
Yeah, also, there's nothing up there.
Yeah.
There's nothing up there but clouds. And I can see them from here. I can't even touch them once I get up there.
Would you get to places faster?
Probably. Well, no, if it's me compared to a car, no.
No.
Me flying, even though there's no traffic, it'd be like me, even if it's twice as fast as me running.
Yeah.
I run slow as shit. And then also my dick would be way too heavy to get airborne. So I'd just be dragging my crotch across the ground as the asphalt just ripples away, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because your dick just shreds asphalt.
Yeah, it just shreds asphalt. I should get that tattooed on the bottom of my ballsack.
Yeah.
This thing shreds asphalt.
And then, like, honestly, the only thing that could stop you is a diamond mine. A pure diamond mine.
I'd like to fuck a couple diamonds and see who wins. We go head to head. No pun intended.
Hardness to hardness.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's what my condoms have to be made out of.
Pure diamond?
Pure diamond. And it's reusable.
Yeah, it has to be. Well, you're paying a pretty penny. It has to be.
And that's why I don't reuse them. They're meant to be reusable. It's meant to you only use one your whole life. And I dispose of them immediately.
You don't just rinse it out?
Sometimes I just try it on and then I throw it away.
You could just rinse it out. It is a rock.
I don't want to.
Okay.
I got too much money. I got to spend it on something else.
Okay.
Do you think that is a good
investment? Yeah,
no,
sure.
no. Do you think that's more like?
I mean, since you just throw it away instead of reselling it or something like that.
You could be my cock guy. He goes and claims my condoms.
Yeah, I mean, if your condoms were made of pure diamond.
Yeah, but they have my cum in them though. That's where the issue is.
I would still try to resell that shit.
You think so?
Yeah.
Would you clean it out yourself?
I mean, honestly, I'll probably get some latex gloves and just pretend like it's not cum anymore.
I could see you doing that. I could, because you're a scientist. You could pretend you could just break it down that it's like, well, this is just sodium and chlorine and
some proteins.
Some protein, yeah. That's all this is.
Yeah.
And it just so happens to smell and taste like cum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't taste it.
I would make you taste it.
Please don't do that to me.
You have to.
I mean, I know you're rich, and rich people get on that weird stuff. And there's plenty good. If you're ever wondering why didn't the universe make me rich? You're a terrible person. Like the rich person,
okay.
The richer person right now that you think is terrible, you're probably like 15 times worse.
So you think only good people have money?
Yeah, maybe. Because everybody else just goes crazy with
I feel like I want to disagree with you wholeheartedly.
You want to?
Maybe the money makes them bad people. Maybe they could have been good people at the start.
If rich people were totally broke, they'd probably be the nicest person ever.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like they have money, so they're kind of
You just get to be more yourself.
Yeah.
And people are like, I mean, you got to be selfish.
Yeah.
Which doesn't have to be a bad thing until you make it a bad thing. Like, you know, someone who's entirely selfless would starve to death.
Yeah.
Because you would try to make sure everybody else is full before you ever had any food. So you got to be selfish enough to be like, well, I got to eat, and I got to pee, and I got to make my money and take care of my family and all
my
that.
jet, stuff like that. And I need to buy a couple of exotic animals to save the environment.
Yeah.
Just to save it.
And also teach them how to use my trash.
Yeah.
For their own. Like, I mean, hermit crabs will sit inside of cans.
Why don't we make things for animals, like in nature? Like, we could like advance their stuff so much.
We should have like cybernetic bears.
We could just be feeding the lions. They don't have to hunt anymore. Why don't we just make all the animals on Earth our pets?
Why don't we? I mean, we throw away so much food. Why don't we just give it to the animals? Just dump that. I mean, it's fertilizer. Just dump that.
Yeah.
In the rainforest.
We're very...
Or in the oceans. Does it go to the oceans anyways?
Probably does at some point. If a turtle eats plastic bags. No, it probably won't because the dams are blocking most of the rivers up. And that gets filtered out. And they're like, ew, trash.
I had this idea. I don't know if I've talked about it yet, but you know how they say, like, we hunt, hunting is fine because we got to keep the population down or whatever?
Yeah.
What I think you should do, and this is only for people who hunt, like, in the stands where you just go and sit on top of a tree and then you wait 6 hours and you sprinkle food on the ground and you let the animal walk up to you and then you fucking uppercut it while it's not looking. And then you're like, I'm a hunter. You're not, because you just stood still.
You're an ambusher.
Yeah,
you're an ambusher. We don't appreciate ambushers. If you're not all fours getting after that deer, chasing it for miles, or you're not running like people with spears,
you have to hunt it down.
Yeah, you have to make that thing run. You gotta be chasing it.
I mean, you don't have to, because they're gonna be faster than you. But I'm saying you have to at least track it to where it is. Or even stumble upon it and be like, oh, whoa, I got lucky. There's a fucking peaceful animal right there. Let me shoot him in the face. And I don't have a problem with hunting. Because we all got to eat. You know what I mean? And some people like their things. I would prefer not things to be dead, but I gotta kill things to eat. I like burgers.
Like, it probably takes multiple cows to feed everybody that goes to the McDonald's.
Yeah.
How many cows do you think they go through a day?
A day? I mean, just a lot.
Jesus.
But anyway, so the people who specifically aren't really hunters, but they still kill the thing.
Just for the fuck of it.
Yeah, I think, first of all, go fuck yourself. But instead of that, what they should do is you have to, in order to keep the population down of these animals, you have to put condoms on them. And that's how you do it. And that's how you keep the population down. So instead of shooting them in the face, you gotta go up to the deer. You gotta hunt it, track it down.
Oh, and just neuter it.
Grab it. No,
well, I'm not saying, but
no, you don't neuter it. What you do, you hunt it, you grab it, you track it down, you grab it.
Most animals
you stroke. Hold on, you stroke its cock.
Okay.
You get it hard. You put a condom on it, and it's a special animal condom, right? So what happens is every 3 orgasms goes through. Okay, so the first 2 orgasms are blocked by the condom.
Okay.
And then it dissolves. And then the third one gets to go in. Right? So the population goes way down. Is all I'm saying. So that's what you should do. If
I'm
you're
just imagining a bunch of guys just reaching down a rabbit hole, grabbing a rabbit.
Yeah.
And just like little 2 fingers action on the little rabbit.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, sorry, it's a girl.
Okay. But they knew it was a girl the whole time.
Yeah, and then keep going.
Yeah.
I just think of animals just getting abused now.
It's not really abuse if you're just jerking them off. I feel like if anybody jerked me off, I'd probably be mad at them for a little bit, but at the end, I wouldn't call it abuse. I'd be like, man, that was really fucked up what you did. You shouldn't have done that, and I didn't like that you did that.
Like a woman just come up to you randomly, just start jerking you off?
Anybody coming up to me randomly just jerking me off. Like if I'm just trying to buy groceries.
Yeah. Get off of me! Get off of me!
I'm looking at the celery and then some guy's just like, give me that cut. I'd be like, hey man, it's too heavy for you. Yeah. You're going to throw out your shoulder.
He throws out his shoulder and then you got to call the ambulance.
But that's his fault and he knows that. And there should be insurance for that. All I'm saying, dude, if you're not a real hunter, you should just go jerk off animals instead. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You're doing the same thing.
Okay.
You're being a prostitute.
I mean, okay, since you're a hunter and you obviously got anger issues of some sort, cutting off a couple of animal balls will make you feel better.
No, don't do that. I'm not saying castrate these animals.
I'm just saying
it's good for the animals is what I'm saying. You're giving them...
You're not thinking of the people.
You're warming them...
You should go to the movie.
You're warming them up in their genitals. Oh, we're late.
No. Previews.
Okay.
And we're already about to tick.
Alright, so we gotta go, guys. Because apparently Tom doesn't care about you.
And it's been over 30 minutes. Come on.
That's true. We've done plenty of time. Alright, thank you folks for listening. If you got... I mean, all we did right now was just have a chat.
Yeah.
And that's all this is. It's just a chat between 2 folks. But if you'd like to get involved with the chat, go ahead and hit us up in the comments or at our Gmail, which is justachatpod@gmail.com. And let us know what you think of the show. And let us know what whatever.
Yeah.
Just keep in touch. All right. So all you got to do please put up your carts. Use your blinkers. Well, I forgot what the other things were. Jerk off animals if you wanna.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
We don't condone bestiality.
No, we don't do that.
All right.
Okay. All right.
All right, bye.